there's really an art to mud riding.
Oh, it is a beautiful morning here in Swampland. We're out in Louisiana. We're also out of our element. Well, Ken is.
I grew up in the deserts of Southern California and Utah, and although it looks like we're on some very nice grass right now, that's a swamp right over there, full of dangerous things.
Bobcats, alligators, cottonmouths, water moccasins, copperheads.
But we're gonna drive these things through them.
That's right. Normally on this guide series, Ken's giving you some background on some West Coast radical riding spots that he knows like the back of his hand, but we're both new to this place.
Yes, and new to this sort of driving, this sort of vehicle. I mean, look at that rim and tire. I mean, I have a signature wheel from Fuel, but it doesn't look like this.
You haven't got a Signature 24 and you're not rocking Signature tractor tires.
Nope.
Here's the deal. We're at Muddy Bottoms. Is this a mud park? What do you call this?
I guess.
Hey, DJ!
Do you call this a mud park?
We call it a mud park because that's what we come out here for, but it's an ATV park.
So ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Jones, professional off-road racer. I've mostly seen you in the desert, though. Yes. This is something I've never experienced before.
But this is where I grew up, like in the swamps of Louisiana. So this is what I've ridden all my life. This is what our builds are like, and now we're taking you for the first time.
This place is really unique.
Oh, yeah.
Like 5,000 acres of just pure awesomeness that is a completely private park.
Yes, and Muddy Bottoms is probably the nicest mud park in the nation. So it's got the crazy amenities as far as shower houses, cabins that we got, camp spots, concert venues, but then it's also got the gnarliest holes, the best trail ride. People come from all over the country to mud ride here in Muddy Bottoms.
Geographically, we're in Louisiana, outside of Shreveport from New Orleans. We're 334 miles. From Denver, Colorado, 989 miles. From New York, we're 1,407 miles. This is kind of the standard of what you would use here, right?
Yep, these look unique, but for us, this is right at home. So a super fun Can-Am Outlander with big tires, built low, but a lot of ground clearance. And then for Mr. Ken, we did the Defender HD10 Pro model. So we got the wheelbase with the longer rear end. We got the power of the Defender. We got the comfort of the X3 with the custom seats. There's really an art to mud riding now. And like there's combinations that you put together so that it does better. The most ground clearance, so your belly pan doesn't high center and you're getting traction. And then your wheel and tire combo is really crucial. We like to run a skinny tire like this that goes to bottom, gets hard packed and gets traction.
So that is a tractor tire?
Yeah, it's basically a version of an ag tire.
Amazing. And then also, as you'll see inside there, snorkel. Not like your Brodozer snorkel I see in California on the highways.
No. Legitimate snorkel, keep the engine breathing underwater, basically.
And I like it that my head is sitting here with my mouth here. This actually is higher than where my head will be.
It's truly a full functioning snorkel that will get put to the test. So this is your benchmark on how deep you can go. And it will. This whole thing will run underwater, idle underwater, if the engine is still getting clean air.
So we have an expectation then today of somewhere in this range, that's how deep I have to get.
The steering wheel needs to go underwater.
Okay.
When the steering wheel goes under, you're in a good hole.
How do you know not to go too deep?
You don't. And the problem is when you're testing the waters and you're going for it, like you'll get dashboard deep and you're like, oh man, does it get deeper the farther I go? And sometimes you just got to chance it and go for it.
If you want to learn more on this Defender, we just did a walk around, give you a whole breakdown. Check that video out. The link will be in the description below.
This was made for me to drive.
Yes, sir.
Right? But that, we have a special guest to come out and drive for that. So Mr. Donald Cerrone, MMA fighter. But Donald's come out and ridden snowmobiles with me, and now we're in Louisiana doing something completely
in
different.
shorts.
Yeah.
I'd make fun of you if you pulled up with tractor tires on anything. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Here it's like a thing.
Well, I think we're gonna need them today.
I agree.
You guys ready to party? Let's do it.
in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Cowboy's already stuck.
What's going on, Cowboy?
Getting stuck in the mud.
We haven't even gotten anywhere yet.
We haven't even got to the bud yet. So on holes like this,
Yeah.
you don't want to hit their ruts because they just get softer and softer and softer. So like you're gonna pick just off their rut or straddle one, roll into it, and since you can see the obstacles, when your front tires touch it, then go ahead and hammer through it so you don't do like Cowboy did and like ease into it in the sink.
Well, we're stuck. Well, we're like super stuck. Yeah, this is gnarly.
Oh my God.
There's fresh rain, so it's brought a bunch of silt down, so I'm told this is slightly unusual.
Woo! Already getting crazy. We ain't even got to the good mud.
We can't even get to the spot we're supposed to be doing this because it's just so nasty out here. By the way, speaking of nasty, your f***ing lens is disgusting, bro. Two winches, huh?
You gotta hurry up. If he's gonna do it, you might as well do it right.
There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. There it is. All right, we're out. Now we can actually get to the mud hole. Hopefully. Oh yeah, that shit's really coming in now. Did we just hit a stump?
I'm gonna be honest. Old Cowboy and Kid surprised me when we got in the deep water. Them boys can ride. I guess for riding snowmobiles, they got that body English. They could keep them on all four.
Well, the sun is going down. I'm sufficiently sunburnt. I've got about a pound of mud in my mouth, mostly in my teeth, and probably about 16 more in my britches. How about you, Ken?
I'm not quite as caked
Yeah, this,
as these guys.
sir.
I tried to stay clean today.
You need a you need a hose down.
Not happening.
Look, wait, hold on. Wait right there. Look at that.
I got a belt on, so it helped.
Not only does he look classy, he stayed pretty clean. You know what's funny to me, Zach, is these boys are like, oh man, this mud riding, we've never done it. You put them in a mud hole on a couple of quads.
Happy as pig and shit. Huh?
Dude, they're just over there getting it.
That was fun.
Now we see how you do in the deep powder.
Yeah, that's next. We mix it up with a little bit of that.
Yeah. But I did not expect like how good this thing would get through stuff. I mean, these things are incredibly capable, but you're sitting in luxury in here.
Once you get in the water holes, man, it's just kind of like sitting in a jacuzzi.
Water starts creeping in the floor.
I've never
wasn't bad. The water wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I was expecting you guys were talking it up like it was gonna be freezing. It was like refreshing.
Yeah.
Muddy.
But I've never had that experience of like you like sitting in a Can-Am and going into something and the water comes in and just like pressurizes against your body.
Yeah.
That is a bizarre feeling.
Yeah.
I'd never experienced that.
When you start seeing the interior fill up, you're like, this ain't right. This ain't, it ain't supposed to be like this.
Oh, well, we say we go back and enjoy some crawdads.
Oh yeah, the Louisiana fun ain't over yet.
That was a good time. I definitely had high expectations and exceeded it.
That's
So
good.
thank you.
Yeah, man.